Hey, Connie. I hope this is working. um, this seems like the easiest way to show you some books. So I'm going to show you some that I'm going to bring to Libby that are for sale right now, so I could leave them there with my mom for you. And then, because I have a hard time only showing a few, I'm going to show you some that are mine that I could easily order for you, but that ones I think that you would like. So and then I think I also made you a wish list of some of those I might not be able to show you. But okay, so these are the ones that I have for sale. You said your girls like fairy tales, and they have pop-up fairy tales. There's actually have, let's see if I have the other one here, but there's Snow White and Cinderella and what's the other one? Sleeping Beauty. These are so cool. Like you can see, she's just pulling back the dress. I mean, they pop way out of the book. This is probably my favorite page. Isn't that cool? Like it just sticks way out of the book. So these, we just love. We love it, love it, love it. Okay, this is awesome for homeschooling. Look inside your body. This one has so many flaps inside of flaps, inside of flaps, and then you can open up the lungs and see, or the ribs and see the heart and lungs. So all throughout the book there are just a million flaps, which is really fun. This one you can actually move the joints. So this is new, so I'm not going to do this one, but you can move the joints. I think this is a must-have. Most of my homeschool friends have that one because it's so cool. They have a whole series of wipe clean books, and these are really great. They hold up to throwing them in the car, whatever, so they can write on them and then just wipe it clean. So there's pen control, there's alphabet, numbers, mazes, all kinds of stuff with that one. This is a fun new one that just came out, construction sites, lots and lots of flaps. Like for instance, this one we've got a flap and then it shows the progress of the house being built. So this has one flap like this and then another flap. So this one has a lot of flaps too, showing lots of different construction. This one's showing like a skyscraper being built. That one, the kids just love it. It's awesome. Okay, this is a Christmas title that's really fun. I've had it for a lot of years now, and it holds up really well. It just tells the nativity story, but there's lots of touchy-feely along the way. Even the older kids love them. They just don't go out of style. I don't know. I've got this one for sale too. This is the Lift the Flap Colors. Annalise loves this one, so it might be good for your youngest, because I think they're similar age, aren't they? Okay. Anyway, what I really like about them, I guess, is that they don't just, it's not like, oh, here's the color red. It actually has them interact with it. So it asks them, can you guess who's in the red car? And they have to lift the flap and find out who's in there. And then there's other pages where they have to match colors. So this is color counting. How many of this color can you see? So it just has them interact with it, which is really great. So that one's for sale. Trying to think. I've got this one for sale too, and you said your kids like that Judah likes dinosaurs, so this one's really, really cool. Especially the last page. It's everybody's favorite. So this is the pop-up dinosaur. There's a lot of dino stuff. Okay, so now I'm jumping into ones that I can order for you. Lift the Flap Picture Atlas and Map Mazes Activity Book. So this one is really cool. There's lots of different mazes to do. We used this one last year with Exploring Cultures. Sorry, I gotta open the door. Come on in, bud. This is Lift the Flap Picture Atlas. So it gives them a lot to do in here. Lots of flaps that show like the animals that live there and the people that live there. Little facts about it. What food comes from there. This one talks about earthquakes. This is a great resource for homeschooling. Now you talked about, sorry, I got my books everywhere. You talked about history, the Encyclopedia of World History. This is a great resource. We love it. Goes through all the countries, a lot of illustrations, and then there's safe internet links that they can go on to find out more information. So there's also, I have the world geography one, and oops, my computer just screen turned off, but I think it's still recording. This is the world geography one. There's also science, and then there's a younger version of the encyclopedia that's the children's version, and that might be a really great one for you to start with. Now, they come a lot smaller. I have the library edition, but you can get the smaller kind of paperback one. Now, I think that your girls would probably really like these. There's a lot of illustrated classics. There's the Enchanted stories, which is like Little Women, Anne of Green Gables, Secret Garden, all of those kind of like abridged and easy to read. So you can kind of see like the amount of words in here. This is Hans Christian Andersen fairy tales. So there's a whole series of the illustrated classics. I think that those, I know my kids just love listening to them. Hopefully not overwhelming you, but I'm just going to show you a bunch and then you can just see if any of them catch your eye. This is not a math book, this is not another math book, so any of your kids that like to maybe doodle and draw and stuff, this is a way for them to use their math skills to kind of draw and make fun things with them while they're practicing the math skills. So those are really fun tool. Let me just grab a couple other ones. This one is the Farmyard, Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. It has 20 stories in here. It comes with a CD. This one I've purchased for Eric so 13 years ago. I've actually replaced it because you can replace it for 50% of the cost. But it's one of my favorites. It has really awesome illustrations. It has easy story to read on the top. So that one is really great. A couple of other history titles. I know you said you like history. The Time Traveler. This is a fun one because he goes through time, explores different civilizations, different things, different areas. That's a really great one. Oh, I grabbed the wrong one. There's the Story of Inventions. This one is no longer in print, but the Story of Inventions is another great one, so you can kind of see what the inside of those look like. Okay, so I'll finish up here. For Gloria, this is an awesome series that I just got for Sean, and it's the Clockwork Sparrow series, and it's a mystery, and there's 3 of them in the series, so that's a really fun one. The first book of questions and answers. There's a whole bunch. What is snow? What are bees? Why do we need bees? This one's what are germs? And I didn't grab the other one, but it's everybody's favorite is what is poop. So this one talks a lot about germs, and there's flaps all throughout, and all the kids like those. And this one Christopher just finished, my first maze book. So for beginning maze, it's a fun activity book. This one's for a little bit older, the Maps Activity Pad. So probably like for age 9, 10. And then I just got this one, Lift the Flap Periodic Table. So I feel like they just learn a lot more if they have something to lift and look. So here it talks about all the different elements of the periodic table. It actually goes through and you can lift parts of the periodic table and find out about those parts. So that's a really cute one. Okay, Lift the Flap First Math. This one is, I'm using for Christopher, he's 5. They start with basic addition, they have to do subtraction, they have activities and flaps to lift. I do it with them because, and then it gives the answers. And then they have to actually do some stuff like, how many more do we need to make 10? And stuff like that. So that one's super cute, and I'm just going to show you one more, maybe 2. Pop-Up Christmas, super cute. I'm really into the pop-up ones. This one is just really, really cute. And then this last one is the Princess Stories that I was born. So it's kind of in the same format as the Farmyard Tales. So you have this easier story, you can just read the top, or you can read the whole thing. And then as they learn to read, they could just read the top. So this one comes with 4 stories about a princess that lives in a castle, and it's super cute. So I hope that wasn't too long and too many, but let me know if there's any that you want me to bring that I have for sale. I have more that I obviously didn't show you, but if there's any other ones that you think you might like me to order, I can totally get those for you too. So I'm bummed I don't get to see you Let me know if there's anything you see you want.